Yeah.
So you can see
Which
also.
on that side would be better?
Well, I don't want to move. So. And I'm only going to do one side.
Okay.
Okay. So it'll be.
Sitting on the other side.
So I'm just going to do the source points now. Okay. You videotaping now?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the yin meridians of the arm, and we're talking about the lung, the pericardium, and the heart. And remember, I said that the yin meridians of the arm start all in and around the chest, and they end on the hand. Okay, and they all come like this in 3 pathways on either side and through the bicep, and they come, and they come right through the wrist crease. And this is where all the source points are. So I want you to find them on yourself while we're doing this. And the lung meridian is in line with the thenar eminence, and there's a little groove right at the end of the wrist crease. And if you bring back like this, you feel pressure. Okay? The next one is, they're all 3 of them are on the wrist crease. And then you come over right in the center of the wrist crease in line with the middle finger.
Okay.
And that's the pericardium meridian. Okay? Feel that. Feel that. And then the heart is, generally they say, like, if you drew a line between the 4th and 5th metacarpal, straight down into the wrist crease, that's pretty close to where it is.
Yeah.
And again, I always bring the hand back because it's just easier.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 yin meridians of the arm.
Okay.
Source points.
Source point.
Lung, pericardium, and heart, all on the wrist crease. So if you were just going like this, great. If you're working on someone and you're doing regular massage, and you're working on someone,
Do the carpal tunnel.
yeah, just like this, do a little traction so they feel a little separation in the wrist. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's source point work. Okay, now the next is is the yang meridians of the arm. So the yang meridians of the arm, 3, and they're the partners of the yin. So on the yin, where the lung is, its partner is large intestine. So large intestine meridian runs right between the index finger and the thumb, and the source point for the large intestine is large intestine 4. So if you looked at your hand and you moved your thumb towards your index finger and you see that crease, y'all see it?
Yeah.
At the top of that crease, and you press towards underneath the index finger this way.
Ooh, ow,
like that
ow,
one.
ow.
Can you,
Yeah.
we're on video, for Christ's sake. I got a career to think about, and you're ow, ow, owing. Can you text it? Can we black that out somewhere?
It's muted.
So that's,
I need a potty.
so here, right? Want me to do it again?
No.
Okay, so that's large intestine. That's the source point for the large intestine, which is the partner of lung.
Okay.
These are all the yang meridians. Don't try to escape. The next one is triple warmer, and it starts on the 4th finger. And it's on this side of the 4th finger. You prop her head up. I don't like her
Yeah.
head popping up all the time. Grab a couple of them pillows and put it under so she can see. It's the stuff I have to put up with. No, I love it. It's always a privilege. So, 4th, I got that on tape.
Yeah.
Did I sound sincere? So,
Glad we're the only ones seeing this.
so here,
Sincerely sincere.
so it's coming this way. Now the source point is above the wrist crease. There's a little indentation there. So you want to go this way. This one's a little tricky to find. So again, if you took this line here and went above the wrist crease, there's a little indentation, and if you bring the hand back this way, you go into it. That's the source point or balancing point for triple warmer, who's the partner of pericardium. Okay? You found that okay? So, and then the other yang meridian is the small intestine meridian, which is the partner of the yin heart on the other side. And it starts here on the outside, lower corner of the nail, and it comes onto the side of the hand. So it's coming this way. So how to find the source point is this. you're pressing into the side of the hand and you feel the underlying bony structure. Pressing, pressing, bone, 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 no bone. There's that indentation where there's no bone, which is the base of the fifth metacarpal. So you press into the side and then laterally deviate the wrist onto the point. And
Oh. Sorry.
no, that's great. Oh, really? A lateral deviation. Well, now. So you all find that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the source point for.
I just wanted to add some sound effects.
I know that's awesome. Boing. Okay, so those are the six. That's 6 source points. So that means we only
All
have
around
6.
the wrist.
Go. Now I want us all to pack up our belongings. We're gonna make a little trip down the end of our leg down to our feet, so we can get the 3 yang meridians points.
Okay.
So we'll coming down there, and I want you to do on yourself too.
Okay.
So that means that there's 6 points on the feet for source points. More pillows for you, young lady, please. Just give her 2 or 3 more.
Here, this one's pretty thick.
Proper.
And there's one over there too if she needs a little icing on the cake. Look at that thing.
Oh,
Steady
extra
cam.
something.
Steady cam Mayberry.
Oh my
Okay.
How about, you want that one top?
Yeah, let's do
Oh
that.
my God.
A little
Oh
better.
my gosh.
You want some ice
Little
cream?
princess over
Princess.
here.
Thank you.
You need the remote.
Just, no,
How about this other blue one?
Who started this pillow business?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted you to be comfortable.
There you go.
Now, that's good.
No,
That's what you like my head looking.
No, I want
No,
you to
we
be
need
comfortable.
like
I don't.
I mean, that looks kind of nice. Little throat opening there.
Okay.
How about this?
No, no, let's stop. I'm done.
I just said.
Yeah, she's just sitting up. That's too much catering.
Video's getting long.
Huh? Yeah, the video's getting long. Come
We
on.
have to crop this
Okay, we're
out.
gonna do this quick, but I want you two to do it.
Okay.
So here, the yin meridians of the inner leg are what?
The yin meridians, liver, spleen, and kidney.
Okay, Rana. Okay, so here's where the source points are. And the source point for the spleen meridian. So the spleen meridian starts on the outside of the toe, and it goes this way. The source point is at the base of the big toe bone, where the bottom skin meets the top skin. So if you take your thumb and just hook it underneath the ball of the toe, and you bring pressure back towards the toe, you want to feel this little indentation at the base of the big toe, and then you want to send the pressure towards the bone, like always. And what I do is I bring the toe back towards me, so I feel that little indentation, and this is the source point for spleen, and I just go. Is that a little painful? Or?
It's a little tender.
So that's that. You feel it on yourself?
Uh-huh.
All right. So that's that. That's spleen. The liver point is on the top of the foot. Because the liver, where the spleen started here, the liver starts here. And it goes in between the big toe and the second toe. The source point is in the webbing. Right? So you want it's a little closer to the bone, the top of the bone, and you let me know if you feel any little dull ache there. So, and feel on yourself. See if you find it. It's in between the webbing. It should be a noticeable dull ache.
Yeah, especially on this side.
Okay.
Get some other feet in there.
All right.
Here it is.
So we did 2 of the yin meridians. We did the spleen at the base of the big toe, and then we did large intestine. A liver on the top here. What's the remaining yin meridian source point?
Kidney.
Kidney. So a kidney meridian source point. Excuse me while I do this. Is this? When you take your thumbs and you place them on the medial malleolus, and right in the center, the highest peak there. And you're going to slide down the malleolus into this little valley that's between the malleolus and the Achilles tendon. And you take your thumb, put it right there, and you turn it back towards the malleolus.
Nice little hook.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the source point for kidney.
What
So,
number is that? 4? 3? 2?
1.
No. I know it's not 1.
It's 3.
It's 3.
Yeah. And give me your, somebody give me your manual.
Oh, I didn't.
And here. And turn it to kidney meridian. Please. The picture for the kidney meridian. So we'll just review real quick. So spleen, liver, kidney. Here,
Picture for the kidney meridian.
it's towards the end, right after bladder.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Here we go.
Okay, now looky here. So in your manual, I put a picture of all where the meridians are. But I also chose this picture because it shows the muscle and where it is with the muscle. Remember when we were doing spleen, liver, kidney, and the adductors? And I said how deep the kidney is, that it's between the last adductor before it turns into hamstring.
Yeah.
So that's that groove. And then it comes right up. But on the opposite page, it shows this is the source point. It's on this opposite page, I have all the source points. So it shows you where it is and its location and its function. All right? So, and it's kidney 3. So every meridian I laid out the same way. It has a picture of the meridian in regards to the musculature around it. I described the pathway. And then over here are some important points, but every one of them has a source point. Source point here. So everyone's same. So you want to know the source points? They're over here. All right? And that's why we're
That
doing
was
this.
just an awesome little manual
I
you put
appreciate the
together.
muscles.
Yeah, I did too. It
Shows
gets
us
them more
more where
relevant.
we're at.
Right? Okay, so we did the yin. Spleen, liver, kidney. Now there's 3 yang meridians. So the yin meridians start on the foot and end on the torso. So the spleen meridians of the legs start on the foot, end on the torso. Okay, the yang meridians that are on the are gallbladder,
Okay.
bladder,
Oh,
and stomach
Stomach is.
on the front, but it's on the harder part mostly. That's why it's considered yang.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Was one of the ones I was.
That's
like,
why it's
is that
considered yang. Well, not only from its function, but also because it's on the harder part of the body.
Yeah.
So here's the yang meridian source points. We should be familiar with one of them, which is the gallbladder meridian. So the gallbladder meridian, as it starts on the head and comes down the side of the body, it comes. Thanks for that zigzag. It comes on the front of the malleolus, at the bottom, not directly bottom, but on the side here. And there's that little indentation,
Yeah.
and then you press towards the bone, and that's gallbladder 40, and that's the source point for gallbladder. Make sure it's not down; it's up towards the bone. That's where, because Subo's acupressure points are sort of shy, so they have a tendency to be hidden. They're up under things. They're in little concavities. That's their nature. So that's why, when we're trying to make contact with the source point, we loosen the area first and then sort of go in slow, because it's like you're approaching a timid person. If you bust up on them, they'll hide even more, and it's harder to find them. So that's why, you want to just approach them a little easier. So that's one source point. The other one is the bladder meridian. Can you bend your... It's the bladder meridian, and the bladder meridian, remember, it comes the longest meridian in the body, and it comes like this, and it comes on the side of the foot, and the source point is at the base. I think I had you do this morning.
Yeah.
The base of the 5th metatarsal. So feel for that, and it's at the base, and you press into the bone. I am at a bad angle to do it from here. So you all feel that?
I do.
It's a dull ache.
Yeah.
Right where her
So it's
fingers
yeah.
Yeah. Press that one.
So that's the source point for bladder. And the last yang one is the stomach one. Can you lay down just for a second?
And
And
the gallbladder's the longest one, correct?
No.
No, the bladder one? Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. Sorry.
conspiracy theory.
She's got it.
Dang.
I'll never forget.
so-
which one.
We need
Now
to
I'm
have like a
confused.
song.
But here, focus. Stomach meridian coming down. The source point is right in the middle of the ankle retinaculum. So remember when we started and we were going like this? That opens up this thing for the
Yeah.
stomach meridian. So to find it, you place your thumb right in the center, and this is where the dorsal surface of the foot meets the leg. and you press down towards the dorsal surface. And you feel like you're in between two tendons, because you are.
Okay.
And for me, what I do to stimulate this point is I place my finger and I move the foot this way, because it goes right into the point. So it's no different than when we're doing this or this. You find the point and bring the body towards you. So you don't have to keep on going this way. So those are them. Those are the yang ones, okay? So that's 6 yang points. 6 points, source points, 3 yin and 3 yang. Same on the hands. So all source points are on the feet and the hands. So, okay. Thank you.